So I often get the comment that it's easy for you to say, you don't understand where I'm coming from. And it's often from somebody that is in the PhD process, because I talk a lot about that. And they are looking at me, or maybe it's an undergraduate student. They sort of see that, hey, I've already made it to some degree, whatever that particular thing is. But I think people forget, and why I actually started this whole thing was born out of my feelings of desperation, or my feelings that I couldn't actually do something. And I had to push away the outside world. I had to recognize that there was pressures that were going on. And I also want you to realize that when I started this, the whole reciprocity project. When I started this, I was third year into my professor journey as an assistant professor before I was tenured. All of this, doing this, is considered not so great in the academic community because it is different. It's not actually working on the papers and research that I'm supposed to be working on all the time. And when I got tenure and I went through it, I had all of the same feelings that many of you have. And today I went on to LinkedIn and I started seeing people having these chatbots that are telling them that were created by artificial intelligence, by ChatGPT, that were basically doing many of the things that I was hoping to do with programming. And I've spent $100,000 of my own money at this moment, my family's money at this moment, building this platform, the reciprocity platform. And I want you to think about all of those feelings that I have when I see that, all of those feelings that I have when I've gone through this whole process. I want you to imagine that, yeah, I actually do understand. And no, it is not easy for me to say this. I want you to look. I want you to count. You can find this information where the number of videos that I put out, the number of things that I put out, and it's thousands of times that I've done this. And each one of those moments that I put something out, each one of those times I put something out, I'm afraid that I'm going to lose my job. I'm afraid that somebody's going to look at this and they're going to say, hey, what are you doing? This is really silly and this is really stupid. Every single moment. And that's why I have transitioned a little bit in terms of what I talk about, because I want to be more real in terms of the feelings that you go through. The day-to-day of doing anything like this is not these sort of quick trick trips and hacks and things like that, but it's getting up and you do it, and you get up and you do it, and you get up and you do it. And yes, the world is all this kind of things that are going on, and yes, I feel those pressures every day. Yes, I think, hey, what I did up until now is a complete waste. Yes, I feel like, why should I do this again? This is ruining my career. Yes, all of those things. I feel those things. That's why I talk about them, because I want to document, I want other people to see all of these kind of things that go on, that it's not hunky-dory. It's not like, hey, this person just did this thing and it all worked out, or I just got tenure because it was so easy and all this kind of stuff, or, I built this platform and it all come together and it was the most simplest thing that ever happened along the way. Now, I want you to see, hey, I feel like a complete idiot all the time. I want you to see that, yes, you know what, things are not working out in my favor sometimes. And yes, technological progress is surpassing everything that is going on. And yes, all of those things are going on, but I'm going to do it anyways. I'm going to get up and I'm going to do it anyways. Because I know there's that simple faith where you get up and you do it anyways, that little bit where you're just like, I'm going to do this. And that's how things actually happen. I could sit there and I could see all of these changes that are going on and everybody surpassing me with their publications and, doing all these kind of things, where I can get going. I can put my blinders on and just do it again and do it again and do it again. And then I know by doing that, I can look back and I can say, hey, something actually happened here. There was something miraculous that actually happened. I think about this, right? So there is this, and what we're talking about here is uncertainty. It's investing in uncertainty. So I think about this. I want you to go back And I know that many of you can't imagine this and can't think about this, but I want you to go back to World War II. And I want you to go back to those people that decided to invest in the stock market in World War II. The world was collapsing in of itself. A significant portion of the world had been died or killed, or something had happened in the last 20 years. Right? You had the Great Depression, you had the First World War, you had the Spanish flu, you had World War II. A significant portion of the world had died. It was very dark. And those people that had invested in the stock market today, we would consider them as doing something miraculous. We would consider them as how fortunate. It's easy for them to say that they actually did this. So easy for them to say. It's so easy for them to have done this. But we know by doing those little actions and investing in things that you're like, this is nuts at this time. The world is collapsing. I don't know what to do, but I'm going to take that step anyways. I want you to get into that thought. There's many times that are far worse than what you're experiencing right now in this world. I want you to go every single time, that human endeavor where you just decided to have a little bit of faith and you said, I'm going to do it. I'm going to push away the outside world. Everybody else is going to think I'm crazy. Everybody else is not going to understand what I'm going to do. And yes, the whole world is collapsing at this moment. And yes, it's not feeling good, but I'm going to do it anyways. I'm going to push away the outside world. I'm going to do something because it's good for me and my family. And I know that this is going to be a good thing eventually. At this moment, no, it feels like it's completely dark. Yes, but I'm going to get up and I'm going to do it anyways. And I'm going to keep doing that every single day, regardless of how it feels. And no, it is not easy for me to say. I talk about this right now and being open about this because these are nasty feelings that I'm having right now. But I'm going to get up and I'm going to do it anyways. And I'm going to keep working and I'm going to keep trying to encourage you. I'm going to try all of my damnedest tricks and all of these things so you can feel good inside and you can get up and you can have that courage to take those steps forward, regardless of what the world is throwing at you. That's it. Apologize if this hurts somebody's feelings. All right, take care and have a wonderful day.